4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff.
Hey everybody, welcome to Armchair Rocket Science. We're back doing a little Blue Origin coverage today with probably one of the most famous new astronauts to ever take flight. Will also be the oldest person to fly in space, none other than Captain Kirk himself, William Shatner, at the age of 90 years old. So go ahead and pull in my team here, Carl Witzman, and there's John Scarborough. Hey guys, y'all ready for this?
Uh-oh. I just realized I'm wearing a red shirt.
Uh-oh.
I may not make it to the end of the show.
Bye, John. All right, let's go ahead and
killed off in the first reel.
Yeah, let's go ahead. We're gonna pull up Blue Origin stream in just a second.
Yes, this should be exciting to all those Trek fans out there.
15 minutes, and we just as we bring it up, they roll into a hole.
Or the lack thereof, that is, of space.
But
once
yeah,
you're up in space.
Let me grab some quick info on this real quick, because I accidentally closed the tab out.
T-minus 15 minutes to go here. We are
as far as I know, William Shatner will be the first living member of the Trek team to go into space.
Yes.
If it's true, James Doohan had some of his ashes shot into space after his death.
Yes.
So he actually, Scotty made it first.
Yep.
He's a great guy, Jimmy Doohan. He really was.
Jimmy Doohan, yes. Of course, we were watching Mr. Shatner ride out to the launch site. I'm going to be honest, he looked a little nervous.
Yeah. Nervous, kind of sick to his stomach, kind of look on his face. I wasn't happy. But he looked a lot happier, Joe, when he went in there and rang the bell on the way in.
Donna, we're not.
We'll save that for Friday night's show.
Yeah, save that for Friday night's show. If you can see the comment section, Carl.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Hey, they got the real door in place.
Oh, yeah.
And they didn't show, we hadn't brought it up yet. It was during our rolling intro. Jeff Bezos himself closed the door.
Ooh. Now, Joe, you were talking about before they put a plexiglass door there, before they put the real one on.
Yeah.
And that keeps the flies and other creatures from getting in that capsule before it's ready.
And dust and stuff like that, because they are flying out there, launching from out in the middle of West Texas.
Which means there's all sorts of creepy critters that could be getting into that spacecraft that you really don't want floating around in zero G.
Thank you everybody for joining us live from West Texas.
I can only imagine how a scorpion would behave in zero gravity.
Yeah, hold here, but while we're in a hold, I understand that
attacking everything it could.
Has a special message for our astronauts.
Be like a venom tornado.
Message.
Rattlesnakes in space. There's a good one for you.
Oh, there you.
Which means that Samuel L. Jackson better not go up in this ship. Okay.
I thought we were going to get a special message.
They're having some issues.
If Shatner breaks in to a rendition of Rocket Man, I'm out of here.
Oh yeah, really.
There's only so much I can take. And
yeah, if he does the preamble to Trek, Space the Final Frontier, then I may cry and go off camera.
Hey, Chris, I don't know how the heck an armadillo would get in there.
Hold on a second.
crew to send messages to you before your flight. So I'm going to read those to you right now. New Shepard astronaut Oliver Damon says, "Dear NS-18 travelers, you have probably been playing this moment over and over in thoughts and also quite often in real life in the case of Mr. Shatner.
Can you turn that up any, Joe? Or
But now the moment is there, the moment you're really going to space,
That's all I got.
and I can assure you that it will be better than your best imagination. No day passes by that we don't look back on this journey without having a smile from ear to ear. Have a safe flight and enjoy. Greetings from your youngest predecessor, Oliver Damon." Astronaut, New Shepard astronaut Wally Funk says, "I hope this flight will be the most fantastic experience of your life as it was mine. Take time to enjoy every aspect of this journey, from liftoff to touchdown. Jeff has done a magnificent job of ensuring the smoothest, most memorable ride, and Kevin and Sarah are top-notch instructors. Becoming part of the Blue Origin family is an honor like none other I have received. Together, let's cross new boundaries and set new records. I will be watching your liftoff with great enthusiasm and sending my best wishes. Godspeed, Audrey, Bill, Glen, and Chris. Much love, Wally." New Shepard astronaut Demo, whose real name is Mark Bezos, has this to say: "You lucky bastards. It was only 10 weeks ago that I was sitting where you are, watching the countdown clock, full of anticipation and excitement, eager to feel the rumble of liftoff and the majesty of weightlessness. The depth of my desire to fly again is hard to express, so allow me to quote from the classic of the great American songbook, Mr. Spaceman, with lyrics by William Shatner. Hey, Mr. Spaceman, won't you please take me along? I won't do anything wrong. Hey, Mr. Spaceman, won't you please take me along for a ride? Godspeed, New Shepard. I can't wait to hear your stories. Mark."
Okay, we'll come on back and start talking now. Of course, I there's something I do have
Absolutely
to
special
say.
moment
I'll
from
get that right here. We got to say the copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is permitted by copyright statute that otherwise may be infringing. The video and audio from today's broadcast is from Blue Origin's YouTube channel. To learn about Blue Origin and New Shepard, check out their website at www.blueorigin.com.
Nicely done.
Very well.
Hey, do my sarcastic comments get covered under criticism?
Yes.
Okay, just check.
And possibly parody, which is also allowed.
Yeah. Having to mute Mr. Shatner's thing because there's actually music playing in the background.
Oh, Lord.
And here's a critique.
Yes.
All you folks that think that all your things have to have music behind them to be interesting, they don't. Sometimes we just like to hear people speak.
Yeah.
And you don't need a musical background behind it.
Yeah.
And it also makes it hard for other people to share your online videos if you've
Exactly.
copied someone's music onto your thing and get the copyright strike and nobody gets to see it.
Exactly. Yeah. I had the same problem with ghost shows and things where they have this spooky music playing behind. There's nothing spookier than being out in the woods with no sound at all.
Oh,
I don't need your backtrack of music. Thank you. Sorry.
And what Shatner is saying right now is just profound. I mean, I've got goosebumps.
Yeah.
The stuff he's talking about, but we can't share the audio of it because of
the music in the background.
Well, I hope that they will make this available for people to watch later too.
Yeah, it's on their YouTube page.
Okay, great. So after you're done watching us,
yeah, go to Blue Origin's YouTube page. All right, let's get ready to bring it back.
It turns out William Shatner is everything you'd hope for and more. We are just so honored.
But we couldn't play it on there.
The opportunity to send this man to space at the age of 90, no less. Remarkable. He will become the oldest person to have ever flown in space. And I know, Jackie, somewhere out there, Leonard Nimoy is smiling. All right, we're just at T-minus 15 minutes to go. We are in
I'm
a
not
hold
going to
here.
comment on that one.
Yeah. Their relationship was touch and go many years. But you know, it's kind of like brothers.
Yeah.
Sometimes you go through periods of, yeah, we're okay. And you go through periods of, we're not okay.
And for everybody watching it, if you're watching in the Knoxville area, William Shatner will be at Fanboy Expo on October 30th, signing autographs and all that. I mean, you could actually ask him about this flight while it's fresh in his mind. And Chris goes, George is probably fuming.
Oh my.
Yeah. Yeah, there's you know,
it's not all unicorns and flowers. Would you say that maybe?
And John just added the link on our
that's the Blue Origin one
on the armchair page?
I put it on Armchair and put it here, on Armchair Facebook.
Okay.
Armchair's Facebook.
Okay,
Great.
okay.
You hear sirens back. Yeah.
Oh, I thought they were arresting Shatner.
They're looking for Donna, but they can't find her. So.
Yeah.
Everybody got a window seat.
Yep, that's the thing. Everybody gets a window seat.
Especially, there are some paid folks going today, right?
Yes,
so
too.
You pay that much, you deserve a window seat.
Yeah. And up until this last 3-day orbital mission from SpaceX, those were the biggest windows to ever fly in space. The cupola is almost about the size of 2 of those windows.
Oh, okay.
In bubble shape. But yeah, that's what's going on there. RS is the first step.
Yeah. They have really progressed the technology from those first flights where the little bitty window.
Yeah, just
that I imagine they had to push their spacesuit against to be able to.
You could only get one eye out the window.
Now, wait a minute. Apollo had decent size, like airliner windows.
Yeah.
And Mercury had that big quarter moon window looking
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
And then so did Gemini. Gemini and Mercury had basically.
No,
the same thing.
Mercury had the little window in the door, and that was it.
Well, that's right. Okay. And
they
Gemini
were-
had the 2 quarter circle windows.
Yeah. Mercury, the original Mercury design had no windows.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're flying blind.
Yeah, and they said, no, we're a pilot. We got to have a window.
And a hatch with explosive bolts.
Yes.
Yeah. We got to have a window, otherwise we're just passengers.
True. Yeah.
And 15-minute hold. Good.
Oh my.
So we're already an hour into this. We'll be an hour into this.
Yeah.
Because the flight is 11 minutes. And Bobby McKeel just happens to be my father. Thanks for tuning in, Daddy.
Happens to be.
Says the sky. Sky looks good, and he says one day there'll be convertible spaceships.
Okay. I see where you get your sense of humor, Joe.
Yeah. Oh, but yeah, we're in a delay. Just sitting here. We don't know what's happened. I mean, and if it stopped directly at 15 minutes, that makes
That
me
looks
wonder
like-
if
yeah.
a planned hold.
Yeah.
You think they'd tell us about this stuff?
You'd think they would, but they're also secretive.
We're at a launch hold because Shatner wanted more peanuts.
And Becky Castillo, thank you for the big thumbs up. We appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
The passengers are paying $250,000 a piece to go up on the flight.
And there's only 2 paying passengers. Well, technically there's 3 paying passengers, but I think one of them is being compensated for the flight.
Yeah. But all the press and publicity this is bringing him is probably worth it. If you spent that kind of money in ads, you wouldn't get half the viewers that you probably got right now. So.
John, if you've got their YouTube page pulled up, see how many people are tuned in on their YouTube page.
I do not have it tuned,
Oh,
but that should not be too hard to do.
there's the helicopter circling around.
Oh man, Blue Origin needs to start like posting this a lot more strenuously because it's getting covered up by every news agency on the planet.
Wow.
I mean, it's like you got Fox News, NBC, CBS, all, and you have to go through all these different news agencies to actually find the Blue Origin one. Blue Origin currently has, let me see here,
165,000.
How do you know that? Where do you see that?
Because I just found it.
Okay.
Actually, it's 166.57.
I'm seeing 165,587.
Wow.
Now I'm going to refresh it and see what it does. 166,272. Refresh it again.
Thank you again, everybody, for joining us.
166,349.
Second human flight.
And they've got
7.3
7.3K likes.
And
609 dislikes.
But as you can see there, the tower crew has decided
I bet
they're all
the
from
stairs
George
of the
Takei's
tower. They have
side.
gotten
What do you
back
mean?
to
Yeah.
their vehicles,
Yeah,
and
mute
they are
yours,
headed back
John.
to mission control. That indeed
It is
is
muted.
a wonderful sign that we looked forward towards this launch this morning. The weather looks good, as you can see
Sorry,
here.
that was my fault.
We're continuing to make sure that the rest of our team is on the line, though. And again, if we need to take a couple of minutes as we prepare
Were y'all
for this
hearing the
rocket
echo,
launch.
or
That
was it
is
just
quite
me?
all right.
Just you.
We have
Okay.
talked about it
Didn't hear an
extensively,
echo.
Jackie, at the beginning of this show.
Oh, it was bad.
Safety is
There was some
number one.
wind
We want to make
noise
sure
of
that
some
everybody
sort,
in that mission
but
control,
I think it's
as
on their
well as on
side.
top of that rocket, is ready for flight today.
Hey,
And with
I'm
that, everybody,
looking
we
at the
have
YouTube
cleared the
thing,
hole.
and guess what
We are
YouTube
at
video
T-minus
came up?
15
What?
minutes to go.
The right
Now, 14
stuff.
minutes
We
and
want a
50
window.
seconds.
They're listening to you,
This is
John.
what
Yeah,
rocket
apparently.
launches are
Yeah.
about. It is really
Oh,
exciting.
the countdown has
and
started again.
I'm just happy
All
to share
right.
this moment with you, Jackie. Let me
I
tell
am
you.
too, and I'm also
I
very
just happened
happy
to look up
see
and see that
continually
now.
smiling
I wonder
faces
where I
out
could
of
get
the
a good
capsule
Reuben
windows. That is
sandwich.
great sign for today's flight.
Yes, they are all ready to go.
I haven't got any
Our
ads yet.
astronauts.
So.
Why
It
don't we
takes a
take a
minute.
moment, Jackie, and talk through the flight profile for today's launch?
Because
That'd
that
be
actually
great.
sounds pretty
So
good.
as you can see here
What?
in the flight profile, the
Reuben
new
sandwich.
Shepard will
Yeah.
lift off from Launch Site 1 here outside of Van Horn,
Just go
Texas.
downtown to Pickle Barrel.
Once New Shepard has lifted off, it'll approach that Kármán line, the 100-kilometer internationally recognized line of space. And at that point, our capsule with our crew will separate from that booster, and the capsule
Well, who
will
was it
continue
that
on
put the
over
sandwich
that
into
Kármán
space
line
and almost
into
got kicked out of
space.
NASA
The
for it?
capsule at this point full of crew who are
It
unbuckled,
was one of the
floating
Gemini
around and
guys.
getting
One of the
their
Gemini
fuel
missions,
in
yeah.
microgravity. While they're having a great time,
Was it Reuben or-
doing backflips, not
I think it
forgetting to look out that window. The booster is
I
headed
don't
back
remember
down
now.
to
I remember it
Earth.
was a
So
sandwich.
those
Yep.
Yeah,
wedge
Reuben or
shaped
he'd gotten
of
it
the
at the
booster
deli
will
and
be the first
snuck
to
it in
deploy
space
on
with
its
him.
way back.
And when he pulled it out,
Then
crumbs started
the
going
booster
everywhere.
continues down, we will
And
put out
NASA's
those
like,
drag brakes. The booster is
Why do you
coming
think we
down
put the
hot
food
off
in
this point
toothpaste
very
tubes,
fast.
you idiot?
Those drag brakes will significantly slow it down. As we approach the landing pad, that BE-3
Thank
engine
you, Donna,
will
for the
relight.
big thumbs up. We appreciate
It will
that.
hover, which we often are asked if that's CGI. It is real. That hover. And then
Bobby
the booster
McKeel
will
brought up
drop
a good
and touch
point,
down in the West
but-
Texas desert. The capsule, meanwhile, on its way back to Earth.
Did
The first thing
you
to
bring up
happen
Louis
here is
Lee's
those drogue
comment?
parachutes will deploy, slowing down that capsule, followed by the beautiful
Oh, Louis
big
Lee?
main
Yeah, I'll bring
parachute.
that up
And
since
then
Louis.
Apparently-
just before that soft touchdown,
Apparently
we
Shatner
do
lied on
fire
his
some
resume. He has never
thrusters. They
actually
do
been
kick
a
up
Starship
bit of dirt
Captain.
out in West
Um,
Texas, but that does ensure a
Mm.
very soft touchdown of about 50 miles per hour for our crew.
It really is
that
a
Lewis.
soft landing back down here in the West Texas desert.
Hey,
And
As a reminder,
yeah,
this
my
is the
dad
standard
goes,
flight profile.
Big
We are
90
now
Shatner
in
for
full
sure will need a
customer
potty.
operations.
Oh yeah.
that
But
they
we
have
tested
super
this
they have
flight
space
profile
depends.
and vetted
Yeah,
it
that
across
would
several
be
flights over
yeah.
the
That's
last
one of those
several
early
years.
things they
Had
learned in high-speed
15
space flight.
consecutive flights,
yeah.
remember, before we decided to put people on board. We wanted to make sure that we understood
Well,
not just the
long
vehicle
before
in
90,
nominal conditions,
I have
but to
realized
really
that
push
you
the
go
envelope
about
and
half
stretch
an
the
hour,
vehicle
45 minutes,
to
and you
make
got to
sure
go
that
take a
it was
break.
a robust
Yeah.
vehicle for our customers. And
You
of
know,
course, you heard about how we think
If they had
about
had
safety
James
development
Doohan on board
throughout
this
the
thing
culture,
instead of
but
William
also in the
Shatner, this thing would have
operations,
launched an
manufacturing,
hour
et cetera.
ago and we've already
Andrew
orbited
Link, who
once.
joined us
Yeah.
on the
Yeah.
show a little
Yeah,
bit earlier.
pretty
On a
much.
suborbital
All
flight.
right, with that,
On a
we are down
suborbital
at
flight.
11 minutes and
Mhm.
50
Gone back
seconds
in
to go
time,
until
save
launch.
humanity,
Our
and then
4
come back.
astronauts
Exactly.
are in
Had a
the
Reuben
capsule,
sandwich.
harnessed in. We see Audrey Powers on the left. You can't quite see it, but going clockwise, we have
We
William
went to
Shatner, Chris
a convention
Boshuizen,
in
and
Indianapolis,
Glen Vries
and
in the capsule,
James
all ready
Doohan
to
was
go
there,
for launch as we
and he was
take
signing
off.
autographs, but
Let's take a moment
he
to
went out
continue
in the
to gaze at our
hall and set
beautiful
up his
rocket
table
as she
in the
prepares for
hall
flight this morning.
so people could see him. And I asked, "Can I take photos of you?" And he says, "As long as you let me do my job." And that guy, he was just so nice and polite, and it was great.
I heard a story one time about this kid had bought a used car. It's like his first used car.
Mhm.
He's driving down the road and it just quit running. And so he pulls it over. Him and his buddy push it on the side of the road. And they can't figure out what's wrong with the car. You know, they don't know that much about cars. Car pulls over. Guy gets out. It's James
Here we
Doohan.
are, just about T-minus.
He comes
10
over,
minutes
starts
to
wiggling some
launch
wires
with
on the
our
battery,
astronauts, and especially
goes
our
back to his
customers,
car,
Glen
grabs a
and Chris on
wrench,
board.
tightens up
There's
the
really
battery
no
cable,
way
says,
to
"Try it
fully
now."
Understand how they're feeling in this
Starts the
moment.
car and takes off. And they're
Do you
like,
know someone
"We
who
had
has
Scotty fix our
experienced this?
car." You know, I
A
mean,
little bit about that. Our first customer, Oliver Damon, 18 years old, the youngest person ever to go to space. Let's hear it
That's
from
a
him.
great story.
Got to mute.
Oh, yeah.
So, because there's music playing in the background. Again, we have to mute it due to copyright. States.
Mm-hmm. No, this was the youngest gentleman. He was from the last flight?
Yeah.
Is that right? Okay.
Yeah. 18 years old.
Wow.
Well, it must be nice to have enough money that any weekend they're launching this thing. You say, hey, I'll go. You know,
Yeah.
here's my $250,000. You don't have to
Yeah.
get me another suit. I've still got the old one in the closet.
Yeah, his dad won the bidding war, and for I think he paid $8.5 million to send his son to space.
Wow.
Now wait a minute. I thought he bought the seat for himself and couldn't go and put his son on it, or something like that. But I might be wrong. But
But the dad won, and the son ended up going.
Hey, the hole's gone.
Yeah, it's T-9.
I actually did like the part where he said he's been waiting for this his whole life. He's substantially younger than me, so I'm still a little bit jealous of Oliver. We're at
Make it
T-minus 9
past the
minutes until our
2-minute
second
mark. I'll
human
be
launch,
very
awaiting
happy.
the go, no-go poll.
Channel 1 and UHF for the go poll for terminal count and launch. Capsule. Go. Booster. Go. Ground. Go. Safety. Go. Capcom. Go. Engineering. Go. This is the flight director on Channel 1 and UHF voice. Booster commence the terminal count.
Copy flight.
I guess that's it, huh?
As you heard it, we are go for launch, go for second human flight. I am so excited for this crew. Now, earlier this week, I sat with them to discuss rockets and space in the future.
Here you go again,
Let's
Joe.
go through
It's
a
prime
little bit
music.
All right, guys, you're just a couple of days at this point from going to space. Anybody excited? Yeah, a little bit. Something, just a little bit.
You are.
I am excited for you guys. I'm Glen and Chris in particular. You have bought these tickets to go to space. Why?
Yep, the ticket is for the view. The ticket is to really get that understanding of what it's like to see Earth from that perspective and feel like we're part of this tiny little planet and this little civilization that frankly has a lot of work to do to make Earth work better, to make it more sustainable. And I want to carry that feeling that we're going to get from that view back down with me and hopefully turn that into making the world a better place. And frankly, I think being able to do that is something that can not just be great for those of us who have the privilege of being able to do this now, but will fuel this industry that will allow us to have as many people as possible on the planet see that, and everybody benefit from the things that are going to come out of space and space technology.
Yeah, I mean, this is, for me, personally a lifelong dream, but I realized that, this is space is opening up for everyone. This is the beginning of a new era, right? The first 60 years of space exploration were the domain of governments. You had to be a space superpower to send highly trained astronauts into space. And, Glenn and I are just regular citizens flying up. It's amazing that this is happening. I think in about 60 years, we'll look back at this year and go, this is the year the doors finally open for the human race to go to space.
Fantastic. And Audrey, we both have talked about going to space for such a long time. What do you want to do with this experience?
Well, I can't wait to get back.
She is a Blue Origin employee.
Pepper me with questionnaires. If we can design this vehicle.
Was she like the pilot or something?
Ask me everything they want to know.
Well, she is a pilot, but she's
they don't actually pilot this thing.
No,
it's a capsule.
Yeah,
teenagers, young kids now, and they're just absolutely.
It's good though, in case there's some problem on the flight. I imagine to have an employee there.
Yeah,
Fabulous.
I don't think they have any controls.
We'll end with
There's
that.
no
You've
controls.
inspired so
It's
many
they're like
generations.
Goku in Dragon
For
Ball
the kids
Z.
and the young people that are going to be watching this
they're
launch and
in the
might wanna
Capitol.
be space explorers one
yeah.
day. Do you have
You're
any
just
words for
along
them?
for the ride.
Yes, I got a Dragon Ball Z comment in it with Shatner's launch. That's
building industry above the Earth and taking that pollution out of this planet, out of the immediate planet, and putting it up there. That's got to be the future of the Earth. And the Earth is dependent on that and the youth. So the two work hand in hand, and so it's very important that the young people of today know that that up there is the future, and to work towards that for the improvement of the Earth.
Fabulous. Well, thank you all for coming on this journey with us as Blue Origin, but thank you for inspiring others, and also as we go forward coming out of this, continuing this inspiration. So thanks, guys. Good luck. Godspeed.
Wow. Well, some great perspectives from a crew that's clearly more than ready to fly to space today.
5 minutes.
Well, we are just under T-minus 5 minutes until liftoff, so things are getting real.
Things are getting really, really, and what I really loved about that video is
Joe, I don't know if you saw the latest comment from James Allen Ward.
Oh, James Arthur Ward? Yeah.
Into space
Yeah,
is,
that
of course, for the
is
Yeah.
true.
ability to have
Yes.
that incredible view and
Yes,
the incredible
absolutely.
experience of
If you thought
what
he'd
was
go
it,
with
on the TV show Third Rock from the Sun, he was the giant big head.
What the
Now he's
road
going to be a giant or big head.
Yeah.
ultimately have millions of people living and working in space.
If he says engage, I'm going to die.
And a big thing they all talked about that is truly so special is, everyone wants to know how those 3 minutes were in space, but they're excited about what comes after, and I think that's just something really, really special about this crew. Their focus on, like you said, inspiring others after this flight, long after this flight is over.
Exactly.
Okay, under 4
All right, so
minutes.
again, T-minus 3 minutes and 50 seconds to go until launch.
I keep
What's
wanting
coming
to
up
play
shortly
the
here?
Star
So
Trek
at
thing,
T-minus 2
but
minutes,
I don't want to get
we send
copyright
the
hit.
show over
Right.
to New Shepard. She's a fully autonomous vehicle, which means that from T-minus 2 minutes through launch up to apogee and back down to landing, the rocket is in control of itself.
Yeah, Donna,
Of course,
exactly. If he
we
says
have
engage,
an incredible
he
team
stole it from
in our mission
Picard.
control center that have their eyes glued on.
Well, he said
their
engage
screens to make
several
sure
times,
everything is going
actually.
well.
Yeah.
And with
Just
bounds,
didn't
but
catch on.
we
Like,
built the rocket to be autonomous for safety. Again, we think that while we've got some pretty smart people in that mission control, the rocket.
because he
is
usually
in
said
fact
something like
quicker
engage warp
and
drive.
faster at controlling
Yes,
itself.
exactly.
So what we're going to see
Warp
here shortly,
speed now.
the rocket is going to go through what we call the bit checks, the built-in tests. At the base of the rocket, you see 3 of the 4 fins.
So
down
what do you
there.
think he's going to
Those are
do up
fast
there?
Fins. Those are going
Is he
to
going
Sing
to
Rocket Man, and then I'm out of here.
Is he going to
Yeah.
sing Rocket Man, or is he going to do the Archer
Also,
speech?
what you're going to see at the base of the rocket, you can kind of see a little
That-
part in this
what
image.
I
because
think
you
he's
see the
partial
engine
David
nozzle
Bowie, so it's
gimbal.
quite
The engine
possible he'll
moves
do
back
Major
and forth.
Tom
It
or Space
also,
Odyssey.
helps with the directional capability of the rocket on ascent, but also
Welcome
especially
to everybody
on descent
that's
as it
tuned
comes
in. We've got
to
like
land
10
on a
people.
Oh,
landing
yeah.
pad
Hi, James.
just
Forgot.
north of
And
where
Donna.
it's taken
And
from. And then, of course,
Lewis.
you've
I don't know.
seen
I wonder if
throughout
Lewis
the
is watching
rocket
this.
venting.
Well,
We-
Lewis, yeah, Lewis
And
might
Chris
be on me.
Walker
we
and
want to make sure that we
Bobby.
get propellant
Lewis
Do we
might
call
be-
your
within
dad
bounds,
Bobby
of course,
McKeel
of
or
pressure and
Yeah.
temperature.
okay? Just
This morning, a little bit easier to do that versus our last flight, which was in the middle of July. It was
Lucy
warmer.
in the
It's
sky
actually
with
nice,
diamonds.
a nice balmy morning here
yeah, I
down
can
in
see him
West
doing that
Texas.
one too.
But again, we've got our team who have their eyes on their computer screens, making sure that everything is within bounds.
How
And
much you
there
want to
goes
bet
the
somebody's
gantry
going to roll
retracting
video and it will be part of the
at
Blue
T-minus
Origin
2
commercial
minutes.
for
Let's
this?
listen in.
Oh, yeah.
Gantry
Okay.
retraction.
Yeah, we've passed the 2 minute mark, so I'm feeling good now. So many of these launches, you hit the 2 minute mark, and then all of a sudden you've got to hold again.
Willow, any of them would be good right now.
Shatner singing would be inappropriate, but
Yeah.
but I'm sure we're gonna have to hear it.
And Daddy goes, somewhere he will
Our
say,
astronauts can
beam us
feel
up,
that. They are
Scotty.
sitting at the top of a 60-foot rocket, about 20 meters tall.
James Arthur Ward
T-minus
says,
1
when
minute.
do the nacelles deploy?
Hmm.
there you
Right
can just
right
see
before the right
Slightly
after the
there,
capsule
gimbling engine at the
separates.
base of the rocket.
Wouldn't it be funny if Earth's first contact with an alien life was because of this? They're flying by and go, "Hey, look at that! Hey, I know that guy."
Yeah, I've seen him on TV.
All right, everybody. Chris Boshuizen, Glen, Vries, Audrey, and William Shatner are about to go
32,
where very few
30
humans
seconds.
have gone before. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to launch this rocket. Godspeed, New Shepard.
25 seconds.
Launch this mother. Okay.
And Elon Musk did tweet out earlier today, I showed it to Carl, a tweet of Godspeed, Captain.
Here we go.
Minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Command engine start. 2, 1.
There is no turning away.
No.
James Ward says, wait, Shatner has first contact? Yeah.
Actually, can you imagine Earth's about to be invaded by aliens, and all of a sudden they see this and go, "It's Captain Kirk! Run away!"
Yeah.
What a launch.
Exactly.
We are on our
And
way to Max Q.
Chris Walker says, Gene, it actually happened, my friend. There would be some moist eyes.
Yeah.
They're already at 14,000 feet. Not quite supersonic.
You can follow
They'll
along,
go
obviously, with the
supersonic
altimeter
here
and
in
the
about
as well
30
as the
10 seconds.
speedometer. They are gaining speed on their climb to space. We have confirmed max Q. This is when the aerodynamic stresses on the vehicle were at their maximum.
You probably see it.
All right, they should be close to supersonic.
I think that was it right there, as a matter of fact.
I'm actually watching up on the big. I've got a big screen up here tied into the computer. So
Thank you again, everybody, for joining us live for New Shepard's second human flight with Audrey Powers, William Shatner, our customers, Glen,
86,000, 90,000
They
feet.
are well on their way to space. So far, a nominal flight, a clean burn on our Blue Engine 3.
20 miles
New
now.
Shepard giving them a beautiful flight to space this morning. The rocket is climbing towards an altitude. We're aiming just over the Kármán line, the internationally recognized
starting
line
a
of space of
GoFundMe for
100
that.
kilometers. That is about 328,000 feet. And a gorgeous
They need
view
to send
down
Shatner up
the
on
rock.
Starship just for the namesake.
Oh.
And now we've had main engine cut off. The BE-3 engine has shut off. And in just a moment, we're going to separate the capsule from the booster. And at that point, our astronauts will have the opportunity to get out of their harnesses and enjoy the beauties of zero G. Let's wait to listen.
Well, micro G. Close enough.
After being nearly crushed into your seat, that
You know,
would feel really good.
Shatner's got a little bit of a gut on him. I
Yeah.
wonder
There
what
you
it,
can see
I wonder what
a
it'll look like
separation
in zero
between
G.
the capsule and the booster.
All right, they've got separation. The capsule is sort of the round thing to the upper side. The booster is
And there you
on
can
the
see
lower
the
side.
capsule from the top of the booster.
Yeah, you can. Yeah. That's
They are
right.
continuing
Shades
their
of
ascent
Apollo,
over the
Batman.
Kármán line. You'll know when they hit apogee, when the speed
Yeah,
hits
this
zero.
reminds me when I was a kid, but the much better image quality, of course.
That picture on the
There
left
we are,
looks
over
exactly like something I
328,000
saw on
feet,
the
over
old
100
Apollo launches
kilometers.
as a kid.
Welcome to space. The newest astronauts on board our crew capsule.
And they're still going up. Realize that.
They got enough velocity on them that even though the rocket motor cut off and they've separated, they're still like a cannonball.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they're about to reach apogee. Watch the speed down there on the bottom.
And there they are. They have just about hit their apogee.
All right, now they're
At
coming
about
back down.
351,000 feet.
You can't see it because of the way the camera is, but they're,
And while we
for those
don't
of you who
have
don't know,
apogee,
they're
I
in
can
this
just
giant
imagine,
arc,
Jackie,
basically.
they're having the
Yeah.
time of their
And then
lives.
now they're coming back down.
Yeah. Now they've been able to unstrap and float around. And another thing about this is the only other rocket in the world besides SpaceX Falcon that will come back and land.
Oh, the rocket portion there?
Yeah, the actual booster part comes
Okay.
back and lands.
Yeah.
They'll show us that. And then I
Yeah.
think does it land before the booster deploys parachutes, or or before the capsule deploys parachutes, or does the capsule deploy parachutes before the booster lands? I can never remember.
The booster lands first, and it's not undershoot till after the booster lands.
James, are you talking about the whole mission or just the people that paid to be on the ship?
Yeah.
Because the people that paid to be on the ship paid $250,000.
Thank you again, everybody, for joining us live from West Texas. So far, a nominal flight for our second human crew.
The paying customers did.
So exciting, Jackie.
$250,000, and they didn't even get an
Kirk
overhead bin
himself,
for their
William
luggage.
Shatner to space. I cannot wait to hear his
But they got to
commentary
ride
upon
into space
return,
with William
as well
Shatner,
as our two customers,
which
Chris
could be good or
Boshuizen
bad, depending.
from Australia, to all the fans tuning in from
afterwards, you
Denver.
get to brag to all
Big
your
shout
friends.
out to you guys, as
So,
well as Glen,
there's
Vries,
that.
and our very own Audrey Powers. They are
And
coming
as you
back
see,
home.
the booster's
The
already
booster, of
coming
course,
down
is going
faster.
to beat the capsule back home. It is more aerodynamically shaped, of course. At the base of the capsule, it's kind of a blunt end, so it's less aerodynamic. What we're going to see coming up shortly is at the top of the rocket, we have the ring fin. There's some what we call the pie fins that extend from the ring fin, as well as
TJ
the
Hooker in
drag brakes,
space.
the pie fins, the wedge fins.
TJ
It
Hooker.
helps stabilize the vehicle.
And what
kind
was
of
his
like the feathers at the
character
back of an
in
arrow.
in
And
the
then,
when he
you
was a
will also see
lawyer?
the drag
Oh,
brakes,
the
as you
Boston
mentioned,
legal
Jackie.
thing?
It
Yeah,
cuts
Boston legal.
the velocity dramatically.
Now I got to look that up, don't I?
And
There you can
if
see
you
the
wanna
wedge fins
know.
are out.
Well, you can look it up in a minute.
Here we go.
He played Denny Crane.
That's it. Thank you. I couldn't think of it either. No, where is the booster landing?
Texas.
Texas. Just
Here we see the descent. We are
West
going to
Texas.
expect the
Yeah, West
PE3 engine
Texas.
to relight.
It's right down near
about
the Mexican
100
border.
feet, or about
strangely.
1,200
About 20,
feet above
30
ground
miles from
level.
where
Let's
it
wait for that
launched?
now. The drag brakes have deployed.
10
Here we go,
miles.
New Shepard.
Less than a mile.
Whoa. Even that up. Okay.
Slow her down, girl.
Yeah. Come on.
And touchdown. Welcome back, New Shepard. The fourth
Yeah,
flight to space
made it.
and back for that vehicle provided a beautiful flight to space for our second human crew. Wow, that gets me every time we do this live down here in Texas. The sonic boom is so cool.
Yes.
Drag brakes are folding back in, as have the wedge fins. Just looks like you could fuel her up and go again. What do you think, Jackie?
And even when you know to expect the sonic boom, it still catches you off guard.
Talk about a rumble. A beautiful sight of our New Shepard
Nice.
rocket there in the West
Cameron's
Texas
going.
desert.
Woo.
But of course,
Donna says,
the
"Yay,
show
great
is not
touchdown."
over. The
Yeah,
capsule
they got
is
half
descending.
the
We are
rocket
waiting
back.
for
Let's
the
see.
Yeah,
drogue
now.
brake-
Now
the
is
drogue
the
to
knuckle biter.
deploy. Very much like the
Let's see
guide
some
parachutes.
parachutes
They will
here.
subsequently be followed by the main parachutes that will first reef and then fully inflate.
Oh,
and
there
there
we
go
go.
the drogue
There's
parachutes.
Drogue shoots.
Yeah.
Yeah, drogue shoots.
That's the first step, right?
Yep.
There we go.
And
There's your
here
main
come the
shoots.
mains.
Oh, excellent.
Whew, what a flight.
I can take a breath now.
Yeah, don't breathe. Just take a quick breath.
You
'Cause,
can already
don't
start
breathe
to
till
hear
they're on the
cheers
ground.
from outside our stage here in West Texas.
Well, I didn't want to say anything beforehand, but another reason to have a staff member on there, hopefully with some medical training, is if an older, say,
Yeah.
passenger were to have some sort of medical problem while they were there,
Yeah.
it's good to have someone there who can handle that equipment and such.
How about that, guys? That was unlike anything they described. All right, we got less than 1,000.
Is that the?
That's them
crew
talking.
speaking?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's the drone's trying to keep up with them, so it doesn't look like they're dropping.
Right. Yeah. Don't
Coming
get
Here
down
comes
at
our crew back
13
into the
miles an
desert.
hour.
Newest astronauts 596,
Keep that drone from
97,
getting too
98,
close.
and 99.
That's unlike anything you'll ever feel.
Stand by touchdown. Stand by touchdown.
Here we go. Here we go, folks.
And it actually fires a retro rocket right as it hits.
And capsule touchdown.
That's what the
Welcome
big
back.
Poof
the
of
newest
bastards, that did,
astronauts,
yeah.
Audrey Powers, William Shatner, our customers, Glen, Vries, and Chris Boshuizen. What a day for you. Welcome back.
And they're moving around in there,
cannot
so that's
wait
good.
to talk to them, Jackie.
Do what?
And just
I saw somebody moving
what
around
they
in there.
experienced up there this morning. What a clean and beautiful flight from the rocket for our astronauts.
What an absolutely
I'm gonna tell you,
stunning
you know, they
flight.
say
And I
wait
also
till they
loved hearing
get
that audio
there to
of
get you
them
out.
on their
No,
way
just as
back
soon as I
about
hit the
how
ground,
this
that door,
experience
I'm
was
out
for
of my
them, and I can't
seatbelt.
wait to
That
hear
door's
their
coming
stories.
off,
Well,
and
you
I'm
heard
diving
William
out
Shatner
the
say,
door,
this is like
hugging
nothing
the nearest
I've
tree
ever
on the ground.
experienced
Yeah.
before.
It's a
This is
desert.
coming
There
from a
are no
man who
trees.
has
Yeah,
Scrub
experienced,
brush.
little
who has
scrub
gone
brush.
warp
Hugging,
speed
hugging,
interstellar
hugging
intergalactic
sagebrush
universe.
This was like nothing he's ever seen before.
What
with a
a
scorpion
day
in it.
for our
Yeah.
astronauts.
Just
So
your
now
luck.
our team is
Survive the
performing
space
landing
flight and get bit on the
operations
lip by
and
a
recovery of
scorpion
our
because you're trying to
astronauts
kiss
from
a
the
piece of
capsule.
sagebrush.
We'll be
Yeah, Bill, it
around
was
at
a
the landing
short
site to
flight.
follow the
I
action
think it was
in
what,
just a bit.
11
Maybe even
minutes? Is
talk
that what
to
they?
the world's newest
Yeah,
astronauts.
it
Some
wasn't too long
absolutely
there.
breathtaking stuff. And I'll note that
The
you're
counter
going to
looked like it
see
was
our,
11, 12
the
minutes or
recovery
something there,
team
maybe.
show up very shortly because we actually send them out before the capsule has landed, because through our modeling, we get by now we're very, very good at analyzing where the capsule is going to come down. Given where
Kids,
we're
this is why math is so
exactly
important.
where the winds
Yes.
Because
are.
you can
And
figure
so
out where they're
we're
going to
to see
be
the
and
recovery
kind of be
team
there.
come out there.
Yep.
And of course,
Otherwise,
they will also be joined by some of
you
their
know,
friends and family.
you can't just
to
follow them
watch
in a
them
truck.
emerge from the capsule. Let's check out these beautiful shots
Donna
of our
says
4 astronauts there in the
11
Texas
minutes.
desert
None of
after
them will
having gone
ever
up
forget.
over the Kármán line
That's right.
and back.
Somebody wake up Shatner. What?
I'd be laying down.
Did we
after
miss it?
that, though.
Okay. We're going to take a brief pause here while everyone puts on their Planet of the Apes mask.
Mhm. Yeah.
And then goes to recover Shatner from the pod.
And here's some beautiful shots of our
Now
4
figure out how
astronauts
much
in
a
the
foot it
capsule
costs a
awaiting
passenger.
the recovery team. I understand from Capcom that
Well,
they have had
we'll
communications
break
with
out the
those 4
math on that in
astronauts,
just
and
a
they have
little
all
bit.
given the thumbs up that they are
And
doing
Amy Hale says,
A-okay
very
after
cool.
an
Thanks for tuning in, Amy.
exhilarating flight to space and back.
Awaiting that recovery team
And
and that
Don's
champagne
going, can you
shower,
imagine
which
the
I'm now
conversation
regretting that we
going
don't
on
have
in there?
for ourselves are on. That feels very unfair after the show.
I imagine at this point it's when
There's
are
some
they going to
ways
get us
from-
out of here?
From our astronauts there.
Because you're not doing anything exciting.
See, I'd sneak
now.
I'd sneak a bunch of those little airline bottles of Jack Daniels and some peanuts up with me. And the second the thing lands, it's just like.
There in the foreground, you see the capsule. The background, the
Here-
ride to space,
here
the
comes
new
the first-
Shepard booster. Again, that
Yeah.
booster has flown
There
to
you go.
space and back 4 times with this flight. And coming to get them is the
Is that the rocket there in the background?
Yeah, that's the rocket.
Okay. That's the landing pad back there in the background.
Well, it didn't separate too far then. That's cool. Yeah.
All right, slow it down there, Speed Racer.
This.
Oh, slow her down, Fireball.
You're going to go past it there. This so much looks like a sci-fi movie, though.
Yeah.
You know, you've
Yeah,
seen this.
middle of
You've seen this
nowhere.
before.
Well, look at the blast radius of the retro rocket.
Yeah.
I think how long is
Jack,
it?
you
They're
can
not
see
allowed to
there,
get too
again, beautiful
close
shots of
for
the
a few
capsule.
minutes until
Parachutes actually have fallen
the rocket
pretty
fumes
close to
burn
the
away or
capsule
whatever.
itself, meaning that there
Well,
is a lot
there
of
are no
movement out there.
jet
We talked about this earlier in the
control
show, and of
jets or
course we had to
anything on
delay
this.
a day because of the
But the
gusty
retro
winds that have
rocket's
been out
fired, so
there.
they got to wait until
But
that.
no, today
Oh,
has
yeah.
been
Cooking.
a beautiful day for a launch and landing of a rocket and launch and landing of 4
Amy
blue
Hale says,
astronauts.
if it were me, I'd probably be. I got to pay.
Yep.
Amy,
couple days
you're in a
ago, and he
diaper.
actually flew that USB full of
got
music from
space
around the world to
depends.
space, as you mentioned.
And
he's a
Donna says,
DJ,
me
so
too.
we
I probably
have
already had.
astronauts,
Yeah.
We have our Club for the Future postcards that have just
Hey,
returned.
the
from
second
space.
you look down and
Of course,
see
you
the
know,
Earth
some
approaching
of
at
the
that
personal
speed,
items, like this
you've done it.
awesome USB full of music. I wish we could be playing some of that
First
right
you
now.
say it, then you do
Will
it.
soon, actually, you know, as we mentioned, Chris Boshuizen has kind of a
Who
side
said
gig
that
as
one?
a DJ, DJ Crispy, and he actually released an album on Friday.
I've heard that on
and,
several
I
different
can't wait to see what he does
occasions.
with that music.
I'm trying to think of the
Some
original,
musicians on
but I
board too.
can't.
Of course, William Shatner. Everybody knows him as an actor. He also sings. I think that's one of the most beautiful things about
I know
what
George
we're doing at Blue
Carlin
Origin. Again,
said it
opening
a
the
couple
door
times.
to more people to go to space.
Carlin
Yes, the
stole it from
scientists,
somebody
yes, the
else.
engineers, but now the artists, poets, singers, DJs. Let's just see what
Donna
they
might
create
have
coming
it
out
there.
of this experience. We have said it before. Going to space changes you. We've talked about the overview effect.
Yes, Donna,
And
that's it.
I can't wait to see how the stories that come out of and the art that comes out of this. All right, we now
thumbs
have
up.
Sarah Knight
Don't give us a
going
thumbs
around
up. Just get the
capsule,
door
getting
open.
The thumbs up from
Just
each
checking
of
to
our
make sure everybody's
astronauts.
okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Real quick, scrubbing back on another feed of
I take it he was trying to dislodge the parachutes, but
It might have been over part of the door.
yeah, they got to pull the parachutes away from the door.
It's hard to see from this angle exactly. I wish they'd pull the drone around the other way. Yeah, Willow, thank you. Is he still alive?
yes, everybody's okay. They all got thumbs up.
Yeah.
It's all fine and great, but somebody's got to clean this mess up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm rewatching the landing right now to give us a flight time.
Yeah, I'm not sure now why he's pulling on it now.
10 minutes, 17 seconds.
Ah, very good.
Thank you again, everybody, for joining us live from West Texas.
Just trying to get it
where
over
we have
out of the
just
way.
completed our second human flight of the new Shepard vehicle. Our crew on board, the great William Shatner, now who has become the oldest person to have ever flown to space at the ripe age of 90 years old. Our very own Audrey Powers, as
You know,
well
he
as our
doesn't
two
look
customers,
90.
Glen
No, he
and
doesn't.
Chris Boshuizen. Our recovery crew
No.
is out there and is about to open the hatch. There is our founder, Jeff Bezos, giving the big thumbs up.
There's Bill.
Yep.
How could you tell?
And probably the heaviest man to ever fly to space.
Well, probably.
Which says something for Blue Origin's cargo capabilities. So
Yep.
that's,
Well, there's a reason why most of your astronauts are rather thin. And, you know, when you think your weight is doubled or possibly tripled on takeoff.
Can you imagine doing 6 Gs at 200 pounds? That's,
Oh, yeah.
1,200 pounds. I mean, that's true.
Yeah.
Jenny Craig ain't got nothing on NASA, let me tell you.
No. Yeah, the weight on your heart alone
Oh yeah.
is tremendous, and if you've got extra weight, that's not good. I probably would not want to go up there. I'm a couple pounds overweight. I don't think I'd want to try it.
Look at that! They got a drone, like right, flipping there too. Oh, they got boom mics. We're gonna hear a speech.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I guarantee you, the crane truck and the flatbed are close by. Oh, see how they got the hood up on the truck?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. There's no engine. That's a frunk. What they call a frunk.
Again, thank you everybody for joining us
It's
live
electric.
from West Texas at our launch site 1.
There's no
Our
engine
second human
up
space
front.
flight crew has gone to space
It's
and back
storage
up over the
space.
Kármán line.
It's a trunk on the front of the vehicle.
Okay, front.
As the
Okay, I
British
see it.
say, it's a
Now
boot.
opening the hatch.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, here's Bezos. Hey guys, how was it? Why does it smell like Taco Bell in here?
He should have. I'm gonna tell you, he should have thrown on one of those Planet of the Apes masks.
It's mask, yeah. It's too close to Halloween to not do it. I mean, I'm just very disappointed.
Yeah.
There's your Blue Origin rep.
Yeah.
There's Audrey Powers. A big hug from her sister.
There's Shatner.
I made it.
Kirk himself, the great William Shatner.
Yeah.
Our customer, Chris Boshuizen, the first full Australian citizen to go to space and back.
Excuse me, Joe. I'm going to
And
step out
Glen
for just a second.
Vries.
Okay. I'll drop you down.
Some big hugs from their loved ones.
That's what I thought. You have to work on it. It's so hard to describe.
You have to work on it because not only is it different than what you thought, it's so quickly. You know what the impression I had that I never expected to have is you're shooting up and this new sky.
Come here. I want one. I want to hear this. Here. You want a little of this? Okay. Oh my God.
The champagne showers have begun. Smiles.
He's
all
not
around.
happy about that, is
William
he?
Shatner taking in the moment clearly.
What you have if everybody in the world needs to do this. Everybody in the world needs to see it was unbelievable. Unbelievable. I mean, the little things of weightlessness. But to see the blue color go whip by, and now you're staring into blackness. That's the thing. The covering of blue, this sheet, this blanket, this comforter of blue that we have around. We think, oh, that's blue sky. And then suddenly you shoot through it all of a sudden. And so you whip off a sheet off you when you're asleep. And you're looking into blackness.
No,
into
he
black
doesn't.
ugliness. And you look down, there's the blue down there, and the black up there, and it's just, there is mother and earth and comfort, and is there death? I don't know. Is that death? Is that the way death is? Whoop, and it's gone. Jeez. It was so moving to me. This experience has been something unbelievable. You see, yeah, weightless, my stomach went up, and this is so weird. But not as weird as the covering of blue. This is what I never expected. Oh, it's one thing to say, oh, the sky and the thing and the fragile thing. It's all true. But what isn't true, what is unknown until you do it, is there's this pillow, there's this soft blue. Look at the beauty of that color. And it's so thin. And you're through it in an instant. It's what a, I'll think of it.
The atmosphere.
Is it a mile? 2 miles?
It depends on how you measure.
Maybe he had a humbling experience.
2,000 miles an hour. So you're through 50 miles at whatever the mathematics
Fast.
are.
Yeah, really
it's
fast.
like a beat, and suddenly you're through the blue. And you're into black. And you're into, it's mysterious and galaxies and things. But what you see is black. And what you see down there is light. And that's the difference. And not to have this, you have done something. I mean, whatever those other guys are doing, what isn't, I don't know about you. What you have given me is the most profound experience I can imagine.
He's actually emotional.
With
Yeah.
emotion about what just happened.
I thought he was going to kiss him for a minute. Yeah, there's a hug. Okay, good.
I hope I never recover from this. I hope that I can maintain
And
what I feel
anybody
now.
in
I don't
Knoxville,
want to lose it.
the weekend of October
So much
29th,
larger than
30th, 31st,
life.
Fanboy Expo,
got
Shatner
anything
will
to do
be there.
with
You
the
could
big
actually
green
talk
planet.
to this man about what he just experienced. Because I'm going to tell you,
It has to do with the
he won't be
enormous
down from it yet.
Yeah.
suddenness of life and death and oh my God.
So beautiful.
Beautiful, yes, beautiful in its way, but
No, I mean your words.
oh my word.
I wonder how that panel's going to go.
I don't know. I can't even begin to express what I would love to do is to communicate.
Fanboy Expo 2021, Knoxville, Tennessee. Mr. Shatner will be appearing on October 29th and October 30th.
Oh, okay, 29th and 30th, Friday and Saturday.
You see how the vulnerability
To get his autograph now,
air, which is keeping
with all the other things he's done, but now he's been in space.
Yeah.
That adds a little something to it.
Yeah.
It's immeasurably small when you think in terms of the universe. It's it's negligible.
He had a humbling experience. How about that?
Nothing. I mean, this and when you think carbon dioxide.
Oh boy, George Takei is going to be one of the other guests there at the Knoxville Fanboy Expo.
Yeah.
And Walter Koenig.
Price increase. Yep.
Too dirty. I mean, that's another whole
And you shoot
subject.
through what you were saying about shooting through it so fast.
So quickly, 50 miles.
Then you're just in blackness.
You're in death. The moment
This is life.
This is life, and that's death. And it's in an instant. You go, wow, that's death. That's what I saw.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Wow.
I am overwhelmed. I have no idea. We were talking earlier before going, well, it's going to be different. Yeah, it's going to, and you have whatever that phrase is you have, that you have a different view of things. It doesn't begin to explain, to describe what for me, I mean, everybody's going to, but, and this is now the commercial, everybody, it would be so important for everybody to have that experience through one means or another. I mean, maybe you could put it on 3D and wear the goggles and have that experience. I mean, that certainly is a technical possibility. But what you need also, relying there in
I'm supposed to talk every now and then, but I want people to hear Mr. Shatner talk. This is
here. And when they moved the pins, oh, there's something in the engine. They found an anomaly in the engine. They found an anomaly in the engine. We're going to hold a little longer. Oh, you're going to hold a little longer. And I feel this, the stomach, the biome inside, and I'm thinking, okay, I'm thinking I'm a little nervous here. Another delay. I'm a little more nervous. But then, anyway, the simulation.
You've got to wonder how many times
simulation. Everything else
Bezos just is
capture
totally quiet listening to somebody.
The bang! This thing hits. You go, that wasn't anything like the simulation. The G-force.
Bezos has gone up on this thing, right?
Yeah.
The last one.
Yeah, he went up on the first flight.
Am I going to survive?
First manned flight.
Good Lord, just getting up the bloody gantry was another. Oh my God, what an experience!
There were some people who were like poo-pooing him going up on his own flight, and saying, "Oh yeah, well, you're a billionaire, you can do that." But to be brave enough to try it yourself the first time before you send anybody else really up there, I have to admire that a little bit.
Okay, him going up on his own rocket would be like Henry Ford driving around in his own car in a Ford vehicle. I mean, it's what's the difference other than you don't really need a parachute before.
Exactly. Yeah. And to test it out yourself, I think that's.
Thank you again, everybody, for
Howard
joining
Hughes
us live.
did the same thing with his planes and damn near killed himself.
Has made it
But
home. We just heard some wonderful words
all right, I think
from
they're
William
wrapping
Shatner,
up here.
Captain Kirk, who finally had the opportunity to go to space. He became the oldest person to have ever flown to space at the age of 90. If you can,
let's wrap it up here in
He, of course,
about
went up
3.5
there
minutes.
with our very own Audrey Powers, our two customers, Glen Vries and Chris Boshuizen. Jackie, you heard what William Shatner was saying. What a moment. Everybody
He
needs
actually
to
got
see
emotional
this.
on that.
He was commenting on
Yes.
the fragility of it all, just how thin. You think, oh, here we
There
are,
you
it's all
go,
covered
John,
in
yes.
blue. But then when you go in a rocket, go through it, you see how quickly
One of
it
these
turns
days, I'm
to
going to
black.
paint these things green.
I mean,
Yeah.
he was literally moved to tears by it. And it is, we've talked about it before. Rockets with people on board is an emotional experience.
And right now we're about to see our 4 newest astronauts be pinned with those astronaut wings. So
All right, we're going to drop it out on that right there.
If I could have asked Shatner to do one thing for me,
Whoops.
I'd have asked him to take my little micro machine up there with him.
Yeah. They would have been like, Mr. Shatner, you're weighing in about 50 pounds heavier than you did yesterday. We're going to have to ask you to empty your pockets, please. All the requests to carry things up.
Now,
a very small club.
one of these, I think William Shatner is $5.99, astronaut $5.99 to actually go to space. So the next launch to the space station will have the 600th person to ever go to space.
Wow.
Only 600.
Wow.
Or we haven't even got to 600 yet in 60 years.
Yeah.
I never wanted to tell
We have a
him.
spare, don't worry.
Oh, that's you get astronaut wings for 80 something miles, right?
Yeah.
Is that the rule? You got a bit. It's 84 or something like that.
Yeah, you got to cross the Kármán line.
Oh, yeah.
Pretend I didn't.
Wow, good job.
Look at her.
Perfect.
She did.
Clutch.
And you bet he'll be wearing those at Fanboy too.
Oh, yeah, I would. I'd wear them every day after that.
Yep. And Chris says out of over 7 billion people on the planet. Yeah. 600 out of 7 billion. Well,
You worked so hard on this program in all your life.
Now, I wonder, are those the Blue Origin astronaut wings, or are they actually? I guess they're too small to be actual.
See, I have more sympathy for Jeff Ashby now.
Like from NASA?
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Well, I wonder if NASA's got their own version of it.
It's just at the Nomex.
'Cause I know that if you're Air Force, if you're any of the military services, they have astronaut wings, and they're like almost 2 inches wide.
Mm.
There we go. I heard it.
That's congratulations.
Thanks so much.
Okay, guys, we have 4 astronauts before you.
That was absolutely amazing. As Jeff said, we've got 4 astronauts before you. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today for Blue Origin's second human flight.
We will.
Of course, a special thank you to Chris Boshuizen and Glen, our customers.
That was
we look
great,
forward
Joe. Thanks
to,
for
in the
sharing.
next several years,
Yes.
flying more and more.
And we're going to
new
wrap
customers
this
from our
up here, cut that off. I'm going to mute them down so I can actually talk to you guys for a minute. Thank y'all for jumping in. We are going to wrap it up here.
Yep.
Want to thank everybody for tuning in. Please throw a like, share, subscribe, or whatever platform you've watched on. And I guess we'll see you at the next launch pad whenever that happens. Thanks, everybody. Y'all have a good one. Say bye, John.
Bye, John.
Say bye, Carl.
Bye.
And thank y'all.